Good evening and welcome to Nantucket Community Television's live coverage of the 2021 annual town election here on Nantucket. I'm Charley Walters, and the next few minutes I'll be giving you the results given to us by the Assistant Town Clerk, Laura Ramo. We'll have a couple of short videos of voters today telling us why they were voting. We'll have a live interview with Esmeralda Martinez, one of the winners of the school committee race, and a brief taped segment from Laura Gallagher Byrne, who also won. So let's get right to those results, which you should be seeing on your screen momentarily. I'm not seeing, should I be seeing them now? Can I go ahead on that, Frank? Okay. The moderator's race, Sarah Alger is the winner. She ran unopposed. She is the incumbent, and she was the top vote getter today with 1,504 votes. In the select board race, 3 people running for one position, and the winner was the incumbent, Don Hill Holgate. School committee. The race had 3 people running for 2 positions. Esmeralda Martinez, who will be with us in a moment, was the top vote getter. Laura Gallagher Byrne, who will be with us by tape, is the other person. Historic Districts Commission, the incumbent Diane Coombs was the winner. Housing Authority, Beth Ann Meehan, running unopposed, was the winner. The Land Bank Commission, incumbent Neil Patterson was the winner. Harbor and Shellfish Advisory Board, there were 2 incumbents running for 2 positions. So of course they both won, Andy Lowell and Ginger Andrews. Community Preservation Committee, in a very tight race. The 2 winners are Neville Richin and incumbent Tim Savarino. The Planning Board, John Trudell running unopposed was the winner. The Water Commission races are a little bit confusing. I won't try to untangle all of it for you right now, but I will say that in the 2-year race, by write-in, the winner was Curtis Barnes. And in the 3-year race, which was for 2 positions on the commission, the winners were the incumbent Alan Reinhard and Rob Benchley. Question 1 on the ballot questions. An operating override for our island home. That was the winner. Yes votes far ahead of the no votes. And actually on all 7 ballots, they were all approved by the voters. Question 2 was a debt exclusion for transportation improvements on Newtown Road. Question 3 was debt exclusion for reconstruction of Lover's Lane. Question 4, debt exclusion for construction and improvements to Children's Beach Stormwater Pump Station. Question 5, debt exclusion for supplemental fund for construction of Nobadeer Fieldhouse. Question 6, debt exclusion for affordable housing. And question 7 was a capital outlay exclusion. This was to access an additional $750,000 approximately in real estate and personal property taxes for use by several town departments, including the fire department, natural resources, planning and land use, and the DPW. All questions were approved by the voters today. We're now going to take a short break. We have a 3-minute video talking to voters today at the polls about the importance of voting, especially during a pandemic. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes with a live interview with Esmeralda Martinez.
I think, I mean, obviously there's more precautions being taken while we're voting now. And I think for me, it's easy because I work at the school and I just come in through the school and do what I normally do. Mask and everything is socially distanced and everything. I remember when we voted in the gym, I was really impressed with the way things were handled everything cleaning. It's nice to kind of be back to normal in the lobby, though, I have to say.
It was very similar. I mean, the only difference really was the masks, and last year we all voted and it was fine.
The only difference I really noticed was in the process, and the process was in the past we would check out, physically check out our name, and we didn't have to do that today. I think it's important for us all to vote in local elections, especially because these are the people that we're entrusting to govern us, to make decisions that are going to be in the best interest of everyone who lives here.
Well, democracy is involvement of the people, and if you don't exercise your right to vote, then you can't complain about local government. So there you go.
Well, you know, the area of government you have the most influence on is always local government. And with voter turnout as low as it is, your vote really matters, and you can swing elections and make huge impacts on your community.
Oh, I think it's vital if you want to see how your community is run. I think you absolutely have to vote. I've been a citizen since early 80s. I've missed one election since then. I take it very seriously. Many countries you're not allowed to vote.
Voting is important to me because it makes me feel as though my voice is being heard by my local government, and it makes me feel more part of our wonderful community here on Nantucket Island.
And we are back live. I'm with Esmeralda Martinez, also live. And she is one of the winners in the school committee race today, and she was the top vote getter in that race. Thanks for coming on, Esmeralda, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much for having me here on this platform.
Your first time on the school committee. Is this the first time you've run for something?
Yes, it is. My very first time.
What do you look forward to doing in your term?
Well, I want to further familiarize myself with the school body, apart from being a parent. Just taking all that information.
How many children do you have in the system?
I have 3.
Tell us a bit more about yourself. We heard a lot about it during the campaign, but let's hear some more of it right now on live TV. How long have you lived on Nantucket?
17 years.
What brought you here?
Came here to live with family, with extended family when I was 16 years old. 2005. And after high school, I started working at Steamship Authority, and I was there for 14 and a half years.
Where are you now?
The town of Nantucket in the Plus building, planning and land use.
You still be doing that now that you're on the school committee?
Definitely.
Where did you live before that?
I grew up in Boston, East Boston.
Grandparents used to live in Winthrop, so they were almost neighbors of yours in a way.
Definitely.
How often does the school committee meet, for those of us who don't know?
As of right now, they're meeting once a month, and I know that starting today, they went into in-person meetings.
First time since almost a year and a half ago.
Pandemic, yes.
Do you envision doing anything different from what's being done right now?
To be honest, I don't think I'm in that position to make any to say if I envision anything different. I definitely want to familiarize myself more on what's happening at the school committee, and as time progresses, I will see what can be done.
You on a big victory. Welcome to town government, and we
Very humble and grateful for this opportunity. I will not disappoint.
best, and hopefully we'll talk to you again in the future.
Thank you very much.
That was Esmeralda Martinez, one of the two winners in the school committee race and the top vote getter in that race. And now we're going to go to a video that was prepared by Laura Gallagher Byrne. She was the other winner today. She was not able to join us here live, but she did send along a 1-minute video, and that should be coming on your screen momentarily.
Voice in decisions that are made for them. My first priority is the mental health and wellness of our students and our staff. Our school community is going to need to make sense of this past year, who they are, what they went through, and have the tools to imagine a future with courage, confidence, and hope. And for our students to feel that they are just getting started. I am honored to serve the students, staff, and families of Nantucket, and I am grateful for your confidence in me. Thank you.
And I'm back live. Our congratulations to Laura Gallagher Byrne on her election to the school committee today, and our thanks to her for providing us with that video in her absence. We have another video coming up before we sign off. This next video was also done today. It's about 2.5 minutes long, and it's about what issues were important to Nantucket voters today at the polls.
The two issues I think today on the ballot that are really important are money for our island home and also money for affordable housing. I think those are the two biggest issues facing the voters of Nantucket.
I think the important issues here in Nantucket are to deal with the basics, like school, public safety, the condition of the roads, other infrastructure issues.
Well, you know, you're voting for Board of Selectmen, you're voting for the land bank, you're voting on capital exclusion issues, everything. You're voting for two people on the school committee. So you want to have people who represent you who are the most qualified people.
Mainly re-electing certain candidates who I think are doing a good job. Ginger Andrews for the Shellfish Association. I have a choice for school board as well, so I'll be voting for that.
And I'm voting for people who've shown commitment, you know. So people who stand out there and campaign, that's commitment, you know. It's not fun standing there and waving at everybody, but it's the Nantucket way and you've got to do it.
I think everything about taking care of the island, obviously as a teacher, school committee is important to me, and just making sure that everybody gets a voice.
I think we have to make some sweeping changes with regards to carbon emissions on island, particularly the number of cars we have out here. It's getting ridiculously high, and we need to work on it.
The island has a problem with overbuilding, I think. Trying to find a parking space downtown during the summertime is impossible.
I think Nantucketers need to not only want affordable housing, but vote in an effort to help create affordable housing.
Well, I think we have to look at our spending and not spend more than we have, for one thing. I think we have to get over the Disneyland approach.
I believe that we are growing as a community. We are having more and more people that want to make this their year-round home. I think we have to accommodate that as best we can.
I think you need more engagement. We have a really low voter turnout typically. I was 181 and here it is, 1030. I'll be surprised if we break 1,000. You need to have more voter engagement. You have over 7,000 voters.
Before we sign off, I want to say congratulations to all today's winners. express our gratitude to everyone who ran today but did not win. Thank you to all the voters who came out to vote. Thank you to Assistant Town Clerk Laura Ramo for providing the results as quickly as she did. Thank you to Mookie Richards, who did the videos you just saw. Thanks to Frank Schott, who oversaw all the technicalities, the technical ends of this broadcast. And finally, thank you to all of you. If you're watching this live, we appreciate your staying up late. For Nantucket Community Television, I'm Charley Walters. Thank you for tuning in, and please join us another time.